they're not necessarily elevating at how you are and getting to, being into some of the rooms that you are. So it's like when you go back around them, it's like they're doing some of the same stuff, but yet you trying to teach them or show them, and it's almost like you trying to pull them up and they dragging you down, pull them up, and unfortunately it seems like he never really fully got his foot out of, where he started at.
Impact. 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 In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. In fact, my hustle is intact. My muscle tough as the hustle, the numbers is just that. And I'ma keep winning and sit back. I love the feeling of killing them with that. Attacking the process, tackling topics, master synopsis. This the residual impact, yeah.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio.
And your boy, Jamichael Moore.
And we are the Residual Impact Podcast. Here we inspire others to find the greatness within themselves.
And apply it to their communities.
Let's go.
Yes, sir, B. What episode is this? Episode 13?
13.
Like
1-3.
Like the J's?
Bruh.
I like the 13.
I mean, yeah, sure, but
I just wanted to throw that in there.
Of course, because there are more Jordans than just, the 13.
Yeah, true.
You could say that every episode that we've had thus far has correlated to a Jordan number.
You right. I can.
Yeah.
You right, I can. But I just, that's one of my favorite pairs. That's why.
Okay. Hey, salute to you and salute to the 13s.
Hey, man, But anyways,
hey.
How was the week, B?
Yo, the week was good, man. The week was great, actually.
Okay,
I can't complain.
Good to great. Okay, I like that.
Good to great, yeah. Same old work stuff, editing stuff, but
yeah,
I'm alive. All the news that's been coming out recently, regarding Astro World Festival and so many other things, man, it's crazy, and just made me, definitely be grateful throughout the entire week that I'm still here.
Yeah.
And, like I said in the last episode, man, I've had concert experiences before, but, fortunately, I've made it out, no problems. And I haven't heard about any reports of people losing their lives at any of the concerts that I've been to. So I just want to, say that I'm definitely grateful to still be here. I'm grateful to be alive. And every day above ground is a good day.
No, that's real talk. I like that. It's funny you say that, because this week, that's what I was thinking of myself when I was driving home. I was just like, man, I was like, yo, I'm grateful, that I'm just here. Just to have presence and awareness, be looking around right now. I'm like, yo, this is something to be grateful for.
Right.
Because, like you said, there's some people that don't think they will live past 21 years old. So, that's kind of scary.
And there's some people who don't even live to see 30.
Yeah.
There's a curse. I don't know if it's like an actual curse, but people call it like some sort of a curse of a lot of rock stars or pop stars that pass away at age 27.
Mm-hmm.
A few moments later.
So yeah, the curse is known as the 27 Club. Mm-hmm. So it consists of a lot of popular music artists who have passed away at age 27. Mm-hmm. So just pulling it up here, quick Google search. It looks like Jimi Hendrix is on the list. Passed away at age 27. Janis Joplin. Let's see. A lot of names that I've never heard of before. Kurt Cobain is on the list. Kurt Cobain passed away at age 27. Fat Pat from the legendary Screwed Up Clique in Houston, Texas, passed away at age 27. Freaky Ta passed away at age 27. And most notably, the last 27-year-old that I know is part of the 27 Club is Amy Winehouse. Mm. So, yeah, all of these music artists. And from the list that I'm looking at right now on here regarding the 27 Club, wow, it's so many names on here. So many popular artists, popular music artists who have passed away at age 27 to the point to where it's an actual curse. You know what I'm saying? It's considered a curse among a lot of musicians.
Right.
So
now that's very disheartening to hear, but man, makes you more appreciative of the life that you have right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh man, but I guess it's good in some way that they they live some type of life, like in a sense of, I guess their profession.
Enough to leave an impact on the world, you know what I'm saying? To where people know them and remember them.
Right.
So, I'm grateful that I definitely hit 30, and I'm grateful for every day above ground. You know what I'm saying? I'm still here.
Yeah.
How about you, man? How was your week?
This week went by really fast, I would say.
That it did.
It went by extremely fast. I was doing something every day, but it ended off great, man. The end of this week was my birthday.
Hey, so happy belated birthday, man.
The big 30.
Dirty 30. What's poppin'?
Dirty 30, I guess. Talk 30 to me. But
I wouldn't sell that.
I seen that on somebody post. I thought that was just kind of cool. I was like, yo, we made it to 30 years of age. I was really grateful. Talking to my parents, they was like, yo, at this point, like when I be telling like people like, I have a son that's 30-year-old, they be like, well, dang, how old are you? Because put it in perspective. So it's just cool to be here, to accomplish the things that I've done thus far, and I got a lot of love on my birthday, so it was really cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, it's my Steph Curry year. I guess you can say that,
Yeah, man. So is that why you decided to name yourself Steph Curry when we went bowling the other night?
Most definitely. I had to. It's only right. The big 3-0. Come on, man.
Okay, there you go.
The greatest to ever do it. So I feel like this is my Steph Curry year.
Shooting wise, yeah, but I mean, what's Steph Curry to MJ?
Well, hold on now.
What's Steph Curry to Kobe?
Come on, we can take this debate. We can do this, B. We can do this now.
Hey, but shout out to that man Steph Curry, man. Speaking of Steph Curry, that man has definitely been trending lately because shooters shoot. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Steph has been trending for breaking the record for the most career three-pointers, and he now has the most combined regular and postseason threes in NBA League history.
Man, congratulations.
Most definitely. This man beat out Reggie Miller, who we all know is a shooter.
One of the greats.
And Ray Allen.
Another one of the greats.
Who is definitely legendary when it comes to three-point shooting.
Jesus Shuttlesworth himself.
Most definitely. So, shout out to that man, Steph. And here's the kicker, right? According to what I saw on Twitter, Steph Curry has played 585 games fewer than Ray Allen, right? And Ray Allen's in second place. Steph is in first with the three-point shooting. And Steph played 585 games fewer than Ray Allen as of whenever this list was posted a couple days ago.
Look, man, Steph Curry has single-handedly changed the game and the way it's approached, the way shooters shoot. Like, he has made the game more of a three-ball center game. And, dude, this man he deserves that record because he is the greatest shooter of all time.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing to be able to say we're witnessing this man do
this.
So,
yeah, that's definitely the case, man. And there are some amazing names on this list for most career three-pointers. You have Steph Curry at number 1, Ray Allen at number 2, Reggie Miller at number 3, James Harden at number 4.
Wow, James Harden's number 4?
James Harden's number 4. Kyle Korver at number 5. Jason Terry, legendary, number 6.
LeBron James.
At number 7. Paul Pierce at 8.
Wow.
Vince Carter at 9. Jamal Crawford at 10.
I did not know those would be the name. I mean, LeBron, I expected. But wow, I did not know. Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Man, shout out to all those players, man. That is not an easy record to break.
Not at all.
That's a hard shot.
And this is as of November 12th, 2021. So,
hey, what was the date again? What was that date, B? Steph Curry, Think about it. Come on, bro. He did that on my birthday, bro. Coincidence? I think not.
This guy.
I'm just saying, man.
As of November 12th, 2021. Okay?
That's hard. Shout out Steph Curry, man. He knew it. He said, I'm going to do this for your birthday, man.
Yeah, right. Man. But hey, shout out to that man, most definitely.
Yes, congratulations.
And, real quick, speaking about Twitter, something that's been trending in the news all week. We all know what's been going on as far as the whole Astro World Festival that took place in Houston, Texas, man. And so much news has been coming out every single day afterwards to where I've seen hashtag cancel Travis Scott trending on Twitter. Drake was trending on Twitter at one point. I believe it was on last Monday when he issued a statement regarding, Astro World, because he was there and he performed. And just so much, man. I heard Roddy Ricch gave his proceeds to all of the families that were affected, that night. So everybody's been talking about Astro World. And I remember when we talked about it last week, dog, like I had only seen a little bit about what happened. But the very next day after we talked about it, I went on Twitter, and when Cancel Travis Scott was trending, like I saw so much disturbing stuff regarding that festival. Yeah. So much disturbing stuff. And you told me that you've seen it, and you just didn't want to tell me because it disturbed you, so you knew it would mess me up. Yep. It messed me up, man. Yep. Like, people were taking video of some of the people that were passed out at the concert who were either, like, losing their life or they were actually lifeless, man. And people were trying to perform CPR on them, and their bodies were turning blue. Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything like that.
Neither have I. I read a story about a nurse who basically she was one of the on-site nurse. I forgot her specific role, but she ended up passing out, and I guess she had somebody who was with her. He had picked her up and put her over the crowd, so the crowd kind of like crowd surfed her to a safe position to where she could get some water and get hydrated. Mm-hmm. And then literally once she got hydrated, she had to snap back into action because so many people were passing out, so she had to give CPR. She said people were giving CPR wrong, right, and some people were already passed out. She was like, and once they seen that they were doing it wrong or it had been too long, you had to go to the next person. Yeah. You couldn't even spend too much time on one person. And it's just like, dude, you couldn't even imagine something like that, bro.
No, I definitely couldn't imagine something like that. Oh. Seeing all the videos of concert goers who were there to stop, like they were telling people to stop. Mm-hmm. Like one young lady and a gentleman, they climbed up a 15-foot platform to talk to one of the cameramen, and was just saying, "Hey, look over there, somebody's dying. Somebody died. Please stop the concert. Tell somebody to stop the concert." Oh, wow. And the cameraman was just like, "If you guys don't get off this stage, I will push you off." Wow. Like, yo, come on now. People's lives are at stake. And it just like so many people commented on Twitter on those posts. Like the woman who was on that platform, she wrote a whole post regarding her experience trying to tell the cameraman to stop. And then somebody recorded her, like they took video footage of her on that platform, trying to get the cameraman to tell somebody to stop the concert. And just seeing those two accounts, like the video footage and what she actually experienced from her words. Wow. It was just like, I wonder how that cameraman is feeling now. Honestly.
Not for real.
So
I seen they said right now, currently, this is only from one, I'm guessing, attorney. His name is Ben Crump. He announces that he has over 100 victims that has put out at least 93 lawsuits against, the whole Astro World Live Nation event.
Wow.
So 93.
And that's more than what I saw a few days ago, because last I saw it was at 46.
Oh, it was growing. It's growing every day. They said it's going to be like at least another month or so before they really figure out how many it's going to be. Because they're still gaining evidence. Because at one point I heard 58. Mm-hmm. So to see at 93 right now, it's constantly going to move up.
So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy, like just knowing about, what went down just from other people's accounts. Like so many other concert goers were putting out videos over the last week. Yeah. Talking about their experiences there. How many people like I saw this one disturbing picture, man. Somebody posted a picture. It looked like a pair of all white Jordan 11s that they wore to the festival. And this person, I don't know how real this is, but I saw it online. But this person said, "R.I.P. to my sneakers," or "R.I.P. to my shoes." It was an all white pair of Jordan 11s, and they were covered in blood. Both feet covered in blood. And he was talking about some "R.I.P. to my shoes." Really? And now you could just imagine how all that blood got on his shoes, right?
Oh, yes. Trampling over people.
Correct. So you're worried about the life of an inanimate object, like your shoes, bro. Like, come on, man. When somebody's actual life was at stake at that point, or probably gone at that point.
Right.
I mean, it's just so much has happened, man. There was just so much disturbing stuff, and even to now, like throughout this last week, initially when we reported on it, it said that there were 8 people total that were deceased because of the events. Well, as of today, which is November 13th, there are a total of 9 people who are deceased due to the Astro World Festival.
Wow.
There was a young lady, a 22-year-old Texas A&M student, who recently passed this week due to brain injuries that she has sustained while she was at the festival. Now, the ages of all of those who lost their lives, they range from 14 to 27. So the youngest person was 14. Next in line was 16. Then there was 20-year-old, 2 21-year-olds, a 22-year-old, 2 23-year-olds, and a 27-year-old. And it's reported that Travis Scott will be covering funeral costs for all those who have passed away due to the events at the festival.
That's a kind gesture, I guess, but of course that's not enough.
It's not enough, but I mean, yeah, it's the least he could do, right?
Yeah. But then again, I will say this, as I've been listening more and more to it. Travis Scott, most definitely, he is responsible for a lot of what went on, because they kind of go based off of, what he's going to do. Like, he's known for raging. He's known for having that whole mentality of mosh pit thing, right?
Right.
But at the same time, too, I do know that it is the public safety. I think they have, like, their own, like group, as well as, like, when you're putting on shows, as well as, like, officials, like cop officials and things like that. So they are responsible for, how the things went down at that show, I think, as well, too. And not enough light is being shed on them as well. But, because I know Travis, he's getting pretty much majority of it.
He's getting practically all the backlash,
right,
to the point to where he's even withdrawing from future concerts.
Right.
And there's a petition going on currently to remove him from Coachella.
Oh, I believe it, bro.
There's at least 20,000 signatures on that petition so far.
Oh, I believe it, man. I heard he canceled it. He had a show in Dubai that he was gonna make like $5.5 million from, that he canceled. Like, he's canceling all of it because he knows, like, right now, bro, that would not be a good look right now if he had a show.
And I saw on Twitter, somebody was like, Travis Scott is getting DaBaby'd. You know what I'm saying?
He getting worse than that.
Yeah, true. Because, I mean, DaBaby, he said some outlandish stuff, but nobody passed away behind his shenanigans.
Right.
And it was even to the point to where people throughout the week, like, I've noticed people were bringing up Travis's past regarding his concerts.
Yeah.
And how he was arrested for, I think, maybe 1 or 2 concerts for inciting riots and raging. And there was somebody who put up a video of how somebody tried to snatch one of Travis's shoes.
His shoes,
and he kept telling people in the crowd, he was like, yo, F him up, F him up. Yo, he tried to steal my shoes, F him up.
And people come to see you. At that point, you're looked at as like this kind of like higher person, and they like really idolize you. So they're gonna do what it is you're saying. Yeah. Bro, you gotta realize the level of responsibility, and you have power at that point. Like, come on now, you gotta use it wiser.
And yeah, the fact that, his past is pretty much catching up to him at this point, man, it's not looking too wise at the moment, yo. Because like, there was one incident where he encouraged people to bum rush security. It was like, yo, security can't stop you all. Come on up to the front. Coming up to the stage. Come to the stage. There's not enough of them like there are of y'all. Like, security can't stop you.
Bro, come on now. What the heck? Like, that's not a good leader. Let's just say that.
For real. So, I don't know, man. My prayers definitely go out to everybody who's been affected. Like, for real. Like, this is a serious matter, and it definitely has me looking at a lot of concerts and events, especially outdoor events. Pretty different. Yeah. So, please, to anybody who's going to concerts, and it's all good to have fun. It's all nice to get out and interact with your favorite artists and maybe some of your friends to go see your favorite artists and stuff like that. But please be careful. If something does not look right when you're at these concerts, when you're at these events, when you're at these festivals, please be smart about it.
Yeah.
Please.
And hydrate yourself too. I know that was probably one of the big things about being amongst so many of those people and doing all that jumping around. People weren't hydrated.
Especially people at the front of the, like right in front of the stage, because they had, in order to be at that, part of the stage, they were there for hours.
Yep.
Hours. Like Travis Scott didn't even start performing till I think about, 10:30, if I'm not mistaken.
They probably got there like 5, 6 o'clock or something. Probably
maybe even earlier. Okay, there was a total of 50,000 people reported, right? 50,000 people at that festival. So, you got to think about it. There was a stage where all the performances were going on. And of course, you had rides, carnival rides, cotton candy, stuff like that, like an actual carnival. Like it, seemed pretty cool and all that. So people were there like all day, I'm sure. But I heard that there were a bunch of people at least getting to the stage probably as early as maybe like 8 a.m. What? I don't know how true that
8 a.m.
I don't know how true that is, but that's what some people were saying online.
I mean, think about it, bro. If you can have the chance to be in the front to go see, you're a superstar, like, bro, like, what in the world? You would do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't about to.
I'm not doing it.
I ain't about
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Right.
So, wow.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
8 a.m.
8 a.m.
That's, like 12-hour shift, bro?
Pretty much.
Over.
And like I said, when I talked about the concerts I've been to, like the last one I went to was On the Run 2, right? Jay-Z and Beyonce came to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and where I was seated, it wasn't on the floor. Like I was like, I guess in the middle level, but close enough to the edge to where I can look over and see the people on the floor, like who got to sit on the main level. And then, we had great seats. I still have video footage. I might insert some clips so people can see as I'm speaking. But I knew some people who went to the concert and they were right there at the stage so that they could see J and B. And I don't know how much some tickets cost. I never asked them, but
they spent some money on that.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless they won those concert tickets from like a radio station or something, I know they spent bread.
Yeah.
But I know a few people personally who got to sit up close. Yeah.
Like probably 5,000, 10,000.
Probably, yeah. Probably. Yeah.
But at least they were sitting down or standing up.
That is a great question. I don't remember. I'll have to look at some pictures. I'll have to look at the pictures. I'll have to talk to the people who I know were sitting up front. I'll ask them if they were sitting or standing.
That's cool.
Yep.
Man, well, prayers to all of those once again that lost their lives, because I mean, to their families right now, I'm pretty sure they really need it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. The way festivals and like all these things going forward now, it's definitely gonna be different.
Yeah, they're gonna change.
Oh yeah.
They're definitely gonna change, and it's even at the point to where some music artists this past week were making sure that they put their concerts on hold. Like they took a moment to pause and check on their audience to make sure everybody was good.
Yeah.
I know I saw a video of Tiana Taylor doing it. I saw a video of SZA doing the same thing. And let me see here.
Yeah.
Looking what?
It just made me think, because I think I seen a post of somebody saying, "Yo, ain't nobody raging that SZA." It was just funny, bro. Like, it was like, yo, she needs to stop. Ain't nobody raging that. Oh, I'm sorry. That caught me off guard.
No, nobody's raging at a SZA concert. No, you're absolutely right. But SZA herself, she said this girl's eyes were rolling back in her head by song 3. She was literally limp. It was scary. What people don't realize is passing out used to be normal at concerts before people started dying.
Yeah.
None of us are willing to let people die to get a moment off. So now we paying extra attention. I believe, she meant that as the artists who are on stage. So now we paying extra attention. It's called humanity. Acquire some. P.S. I talked to her and she is fine now. Y'all be blessed.
Okay, well that's good. That's good at least. Cause that's that I didn't know as well. Like people passing out and sometimes artists would like stop or check on them, but the dying thing that's what changed the whole dynamic. Now is venues don't want to get sued. These people don't want to get sued.
Not at all, man. It's changed everything. So
I bet. I think to add, just I seen Playboy Cardi, and I don't know who it was. I guess it was promoter or maybe the manager or something. Right before the show, told everybody, "Hey, look, I'm telling y'all this now. We just want y'all to be safe. We got lucky that they allowed us to use this venue. Do not be jumping around acting crazy, raging." He was like, "If we see any of that, we stopping the show." He was like, "And it only takes one person." It reminded me of school. You know how in school they be like, "Yo, if one person messes up, the whole class getting punished." And he's like, "We just letting y'all know that. We want y'all to be safe, but one person can shut this whole show down." And that's how it is.
And that's how it's gonna be from now on. You know, like it's. I guess it's a situation of better to be safe than sorry. You understand?
Most definitely.
So yeah, I mean that I guess, you know, I'm saying you understand to you, but do y'all understand? Like the people y'all watching and listening, do y'all understand? Like that's what I need to really say, because that's really how things are gonna be from now on. Yeah. We do not want any more like mass casualties at these concerts, and I know that the promoters don't, the venues don't, the artists don't.
Right.
Our last episode was titled "Let Experience Redirect You." This is definitely experience redirecting everybody in this situation. Everybody when it comes to concerts, all of that. Like learning from Travis Scott's experience. Like they do not want to end up like him and what he's going through right now. And they don't want their fans to go through everything that his fans went through at the festival.
Whew. That was a tough one, B.
It was.
That's a tough one, man.
But I mean, it's something that needed to be said, because like literally, these celebrities are not taking any chances anymore. They're not taking any more chances.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them either. You know, these people are there for them.
Yeah. So. They support them. They, you know what I'm saying, putting money in their pockets. Like we talked about it before. Yeah. The way that a lot of these celebrities make money, you know what I'm saying, especially the musicians, they make them off of concerts and tours. Yep. They're not taking no more chances.
Hopefully it makes a change, man.
I hope so.
What we got else, B?
Speaking of changes, man, this is something that was kind of tough. Like I touched on it briefly in one episode. I believe it might have been 2 or 3 episodes ago, but I know we were talking about music and how influential music was, especially hip hop. And one artist who I mentioned is currently behind bars because of the life that he led is Casanova. So Casanova 2 times, man. According to a Eyewitness News report from December 2020, it said a rapper with ties to New York City has surrendered to the NYPD after 17 others were charged with gang-related crimes this week. Now remember, this is from December of last year. Caswell Sr., also known as Casanova, was wanted by the FBI and was initially believed to be in the Atlanta area. He's from Montville, New Jersey, and has ties to New York City. Authorities announced they were looking for Senior after an indictment was unsealed Tuesday, naming 18 suspected gang members who have been charged with racketeering, murder, narcotics, firearms, and other fraud offenses. He turned himself into the NYPD late Wednesday night and faces charges of racketeering, conspiracy, firearm possession, and conspiracy to distribute controlled substances. His attorney denied the rapper was evading arrest. Now, with that, Cass has been locked up for almost a year. Almost a year. And he recently put a post on Instagram, might die in here, but always remember what's gangsta, because this jail stuff ain't gangsta at all. Hope you young dudes beat the odds. Hashtag free Casanova. So, what a lot of these artists who talk about their former street life do is they never leave the street life alone. And even if they get out the hood, they're still associated with cats that they grew up with. Like a lot of them don't know to cut their friends loose. Yeah. And I remember I was reading a book by 50 Cent where he talks about where he came from. You know what I'm saying? The Southside Jamaica, Queens. And he was talking about how he had to cut off a lot of the friends that he grew up with. Even G-Unit that was rolling with him. Lloyd Banks, Tony Yayo. He grew up with them cats. And it was a situation of where, 50 knew that if he wanted to keep elevating his music career, he had to change. And I remember in the book, he talked about how Lloyd Banks didn't want to change. You know, and the book is called Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, by the way. If you guys want to read it, it's a great read. I highly recommend it. Check it out. But in that book, 50 talked about how Lloyd Banks refused to change. He refused to change the formula. Look what happened. It's 2021. Do we hear about Lloyd Banks anymore?
We do not.
And he was considered one of the hardest rappers out in G Unit.
Yeah.
Like, he was everybody's favorite.
Right.
So many people were talking a lot about Lloyd Banks, but you know, Banks is from the hood, just like 50 from the hood, but he didn't want to change. Yayo, same thing. I mean, last I heard of Lloyd Banks, I mean, he put out a project a few months ago. I don't know how well it did. I wanted to listen to it, but I just never got around to it. Mm-hmm. Moral of the story, man, like, if y'all want to elevate in life, you know, you may just have to leave some friends behind.
Yeah. You
really do. And this is just, you know, kind of like one of the things that I want to touch on as far as the topic goes today. Like, it doesn't hurt, man. Maybe, you know, I can understand where a lot of people want to, you know, get to a certain point of status in their life, maybe a good financial level in their life. And they're like, yo, they want to reach back and bring their friends up, you know, to be on the same level as them. Kind of like, again, with 50 Cent, you know, he and the rest of the G Unit, they were grinding together to reach that top. But 50 got put on first, and then he reached back and he pulled up Yayo and Banks. And they, you know, they were doing well together. Like, all three of them were doing well.
Right.
But you have to keep elevating in that situation. So, yeah, man, you guys may want to pull up your friends after you make it to a certain level. But in order to do that, there's going to have to be some changes made. As you change, your friends should want to change too if they want to be at the same level that you're at. Mm-hmm. And if they don't want to change, then chances are you might have to leave them behind.
Right.
You know, it just might be to a point to where they're going to drag you back down to where you were. And what are your thoughts on everything that's been happening regarding, you know, artists like Casanova and what I just said with 50 regarding, like, you know, obviously one of the artists between Casanova and 50 Cent, one of them left street life behind and doing exceedingly well. And the other one seems to not have been able to do it and was still like associated with dudes in the street. And now he's locked up in the feds.
To me, when I look at that whole situation, I would have to say vision is really important, because you got to ask yourself, you know, I'm pretty sure when Casanova first started, he had a vision of making it to be a rapper. But, you know, your vision has to grow as you're growing as well, because it's like now that he's, you know, he made it to that status, it's like, okay, well, I'm here now. How am I going to protect this? How am I going to, like, what's the next vision? And maybe some of them don't necessarily see that in time enough to let go of some of the things, their old ways, because, you know, you got to realize when he's made it to this status and he had all these people around him that grew up with him that probably felt like, man, you know, we helped you get to that point. We was around you. And he's like, you're right. And you kind of want to tend to them and care for them. But then again, they're not necessarily elevating at how you are and getting to, you know, being into some of the rooms that you are. So it's like when you go back around them, it's like they're doing some of the same stuff, but yet you're trying to teach them or show them, and it's almost like you're trying to pull them up and they dragging you down, pull them up. And unfortunately, it seems like he never really fully got his foot out of, you know, where he started at.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And it's I never want to see a brother in the system.
Same here, man.
We got too many already in there, and especially in the feds. I mean, that's I don't want to hear that. But I wish the best for him. I hope that whatever he's going through right now, I hope he's able to fight it and get the. It seems like he's gonna do some jail time.
I mean, he's already been doing some jail time.
Yeah,
I mean, he's December will be a year that he's been locked up in the feds.
Hopefully, something can happen to where he maybe can get a lesser sentence or something like that. But ultimately, I just hope change behavior. Yeah. I hope that his post that he put on Twitter, it resonates with some of these people out here, especially the people that follow him and looked at him like, yo, come on now, like let's do something different, because this gangster stuff is not really it.
Yeah.
In the music industry, they're not gonna stop pushing the narrative, bro.
No, they're not.
And like, so hey, it's time for a change. It's time to wake up. It's time to do something different, man, because clearly that's not the way, man. And these jails, they gonna keep building them too.
Right. And it's funny that you mentioned that, because that's something else I wanted to kind of like reiterate. There was another post that his manager put up on Instagram saying, well, it's a video. I don't want it to really play, but it was a video of him in Africa. He was in
Casanova?
Yeah, Casanova. It's
Okay.
it's an old video of Casanova in Africa. He was in Nigeria. I believe this might have been sometime last year, maybe the year before, but of course he was free at the time, so it wasn't this year. It was where he said, might die in here, but always remember what's gangsta, because this jail stuff ain't gangsta at all. But in the video that's associated with this post, it was, like I said, him in Africa, and he was talking about how everybody, or all of us, especially all black people, were taught, putting in work and catching felonies and stuff like that. All that stuff is gangster. Like, that makes you a gangster. He was like, nah, that ain't gangster. He was like, I'm in Africa right now. This stuff is gangster. This right here is gangster. He was like, I wish I could bring all my friends with me so they could see this firsthand.
Yep.
And it's like, yo, remember when we gave the answers of the week last week from the question of the week 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was mostly, the question, if I remember off the top of my head correctly, is if you could travel anywhere in the world, all expenses paid, where would you go and why? So many people said Africa. Like, we had at least 3 or 4 people who said Africa. The motherland. And you and I talked about it. It's like, you got to visit the motherland. That's pretty much what Casanova was saying, man. Like, he really wished that he could bring all of his friends there with him to see everything that he was seeing at that time.
Yep.
So,
but think about it. Look at that. Like, that's literally the example I was just saying. Like, because think about when he goes back home, he probably going to be telling his people, yo, it's gangster to be out there in Africa. And they like, yo, what you talking about, bro? We here, bro. Let's get back to this work, bro.
Right.
We ain't understanding that. But his mind done been shifted from being out there. And it's hard for him because he has to, yo, what do I do?
correct.
And that's, man, I feel for him.
Yeah, I do too, man. But let's see what happens. Only time will tell what's going to, happen.
Yeah.
If he's going to get convicted of anything, and if he does, what his prison sentence is going to look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess you could just say, like, watch the people that you're around, and I guess ask yourself, are they elevating you, or do you feel like it's a constant like struggle to want to grow? And if you don't feel like they're trying to go in that same direction, hey, you don't necessarily. It's cutting them off is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just sometimes you see yourself going in a certain place that, hey, you're not willing to sacrifice for. You want to get there, and
Right. Because life will teach you certain things. Like, it'll try to teach you certain lessons, and it's up to you to decide whether it is that you want to listen to what life is showing you, or if you just want to completely ignore it.
Yeah, man.
Because in that video, Cass said that he was locked up before. He was on parole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was on parole at the time that he was in Africa. But like, yo, obviously, I don't want to say that he didn't learn from the last time that he was locked up, but in one post on his Instagram, he was saying something regarding double jeopardy. And it says, I've been incarcerated for almost 1 year now, exhausted all remedies, and spent a significant amount of money on legal fees to prove my innocence. The charges against me are false. They don't represent or reflect the person that I am. They are simply using my past criminal history to crucify me in court. I'm the same individual that went to City Hall and the housing projects with Erica Dams for NYC to speak to children and explain to them how shootings and gun violence isn't the way of life. I visited shelters to feed people in need all around the world, including Africa, donated to back to school drives, and not one of my good deeds are mentioned or acknowledged. I'm calling on all the great people with meaningful and powerful voices to help me with this matter. Any help provided will be a blessing because I feel defeated. One's past should not be the reason why you can't be afforded a successful future. No one should be held accountable for the crimes they have already served their time for. In legal terms, that's considered double jeopardy. Last but not least, happy birthday to me. Free me until they free me. Y'all know outside ain't the same without me. LOL. So, Like he said, no one should be held accountable for the crimes they have already served their time for, because it's considered double jeopardy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with this situation. Clearly, I mean, if he's being locked up for something that he already served time for, then yeah, he's learned his lesson, and he's tried to clean up his act, and he's tried to do things differently. But I guess it's the whole guilt by association kind of thing. You know, my mother used to teach me about that growing up, about how, you know, the saying, tell me who your friends are, I'll tell you who you are.
Yep.
And she used to warn me all the time, like, you know, when I got my driver's license and other friends started getting their driver's license, was like, yo, be careful whose car you're in.
Yep.
Because you're a young black male in America.
Yep.
No matter who's driving, that person gets pulled over, you're in the car with them. They have a weapon in the car. They have drugs in the car. Mm-hmm. You know, stuff like that.
Yep.
You're getting locked up with them.
That's a true story. That makes me think about one time we went, it was spring break one year. It was in high school, and we went to PCB. And, you know, in PCB, you just meet like a lot of random people.
Of course.
And it was like a group of us. And we met these guys, it's like 3 different guys. And they were a little rowdy, but they were funny. So we started just walking with them, talking to girls and whatnot. I kind of had a little feeling like, yo, these ain't really the guys I feel like we should be hanging out with. But, you know, you're just having fun.
Yeah.
And so the night kind of goes on, and those same guys we met, they kind of went ahead of us, and then they got into like a little altercation with some guys or whatever. They ended up fighting some people. One guy had a gun, ended up shooting it.
Wow.
And police came out. You know, police came. They ran. Everybody ran and scattered. But we was just walking normal because we was walking behind them. But apparently one of the cops seen us walking with them earlier. Because, you know, there's cops along the strip.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, y'all, stop right there. He was like, I seen y'all with them. Are y'all with them? We was like, no, we just happened to be talking to them. And that just kind of like, you know, they hemmed us up. They took us our ID and everything. But, you know, of course, they didn't have anything like to pin on us because we weren't even with them. We was just like, no, we were just talking to them. But it's just like what you said, man. Just by association, you just got to watch who you are around. Because just that quick, bro. Like, we could have got put in jail for just hanging with them.
Wow.
Like, they were about something totally different. We weren't even on that type of stuff. So you just got to watch who you're around, man. If you had that gut feeling, don't ignore that.
And then just make sure in situations like that, you learn from it.
Oh, yes.
Most importantly, you just got to learn from it, man. Like,
please.
Again, life will teach you certain lessons.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It'll try to show you certain things, and you just got to learn. You got to learn from your experiences. And like we said before, learn from other people's experiences.
Please.
So
hear stuff like this right now, and don't think that it can't apply to you or it doesn't apply to you. Just take it and put it in your back pocket, because just in case, you never know, you might have to bring this up one day and be like, yo, dang, I heard this.
Yep.
Let me use it.
So
real talk.
Enough of the heavy stuff, man. I mean, That was heavy. That was pretty heavy, but I mean, it's a lesson behind it. It's definitely a lesson behind it. I know it's something that can be impactful to the audience, you know, to the family, to those who definitely tune in and take what we say as, you know, something to just keep in mind.
Right.
So, you know, with that being said, I hope you guys really truly listen to everything that we just said in this episode and just learn. Please learn from it. Please. But as you always say, on to the dessert.
On to the dessert. That peach cobbler.
So, Mr. Birthday Boy.
Yes.
Since it was your birthday recently, so what we got for the people today, man?
So you already know it's the time of the week where we get the answers of the week.
Okay.
But before we get the answers, what was the question of the week?
The question of the week from last week was, if you knew the world was going to end a year from now, what would you do with your time?
So we got quite a few interesting answers,
yes,
I shall say. Especially
because you copied me when I posted my question on Instagram.
I did. I can't even lie. I got that directly from you. You gave me a great idea. That was a great idea, though. So
this guy.
You know. Hey, man, you did your thing on it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know.
So the first one we got is from I'm probably going backwards, but it's okay. Everybody gonna get their love.
Let's get it.
So from Lady Tanae, She said, travel and spend more time with family and friends.
Okay.
That's what she would do with her time. I think that's very good.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Family and friends are important, man.
Yeah. So from the roll up, he said, same I'm doing now, LOL. Watch my kids grow and enjoy the best gas I could find. Yes,
yeah.
we expect that.
I actually did. I expected he was going to say something about gas. He ain't disappoint me, brother. You definitely didn't disappoint me.
Oh my gosh. Okay. The A Ruffin, if I pronounced it right, said, spend majority of my time with my mom because when I'm gone, I'm gone. You know?
Yeah, we know. You know, again, family's important.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you want to spend that time with your loved ones, do that.
Yeah. So from Victoria Aja Beauty, said spend as much time making memories with the ones I love. So
Okay.
A lot of times, a lot of people want to spend time with their families and things like that.
Yeah,
Makes
I ain't
sense.
mad at them.
No, it makes sense though. It makes sense. All right. So from will to create entertainment, he said, come up with a plan to sneak on the big ship like in 2012. So he's saying it's gonna be a plan that the rich people got to keep life going. You know they actually be planning stuff like that.
I'm sure they do. Like I already know. Like there's a lot of bunkers and stuff like that in the world, just in case something nuclear pop off. That's where they gonna go.
Oh man, these wealthy people. All right,
Hey, we're on the rise. We're gonna get wealthy.
Big
but,
facts.
You know that's not the point. That's definitely not the point.
The real Shawnee Knox said, make peace with anyone I had issues with. Man, that's good.
That is really good, yo. That's something I didn't expect anybody would say. But
Yeah.
yo, like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Very thoughtful.
Extremely.
Trippy Alien Co. said travel. Want to
Most
see?
definitely.
Want to see the world?
She does.
She does. Okay. I'm not mad at that. All right. So from the real King Satcher, he said getting closer to God and mending broken relationships.
That's a good one.
I like that. And I'm not gonna butcher this person's name, but I think you know who you are. She said spend the most time with my fam and friends and live out my goal.
Okay.
I like that.
A lot of people want, like you said, want to spend time with their family and friends.
Yeah. So speaking of this one, the last one that we have is from TT Lala. She said in prayer, she would spend her time in prayer and time with her family.
Time well spent.
Yes, it is. So that was all of our answers from the previous question. Did we give our answers?
We did not give our answers. So
So
how about you go first, since I always go first?
All right. So,
Mr. Birthday Boy.
Steph Curry year.
Yeah.
Spend my year shooting jump shots. No, I'm just kidding. Wow.
Yeah.
I would spend my time just honestly trying to figure out like everything about me. Like trying to that sounds self-centered. But like just really trying to like find out everything that God really put inside of me. Like so whatever it would be, like just really, really reaching my potential. So
Right.
I'll be using my time doing that.
Okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What about you?
All right. So for me, what I would do in that situation would be what I feel like I was strongly placed on this earth to do. And I feel like that is to help people in any way, shape, or form that I can, just to help people. And I put 2 posts up on Instagram sometime last year, and it kind of just really hit me when I was looking through my IG not too long ago, like just cleaning up some pictures and stuff like that. These 2 quotes that I put under these pictures really kind of like help define why I would do exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna read them because I want y'all to hear exactly what I wrote, right? Verbatim. So one picture that I posted on April 10th, 2020, it says, "You were born with the ability to change someone's life. Don't ever waste it." So essentially that was a message to myself and a message to anybody else who were to, of course, see that picture and read that caption. One of the reasons why I would help somebody, you know, in that year, like I know you said what you said sounded kind of self-centered, but this pretty much is I guess my version of self-centered because it's something that I want to do for myself because I feel like this is something I'm supposed to do, like really supposed to do. And I have to do it. Mm-hmm. So love my family, love my friends, but I'm going to spend time helping as many people as I can. Homeless, less fortunate, anybody, like even people who have, the ability to help themselves with certain things. If I can help you and you can't help yourself at that time, I will do my best to try to help you.
Right.
Because I was given the opportunity to change somebody's life. This is one way that I know for sure I am changing somebody's life. This podcast.
Big fact.
Right? So I'm going to continue using my ability to change somebody's life. Mm-hmm. And then the second post that I put up says, you will inspire some and annoy others. Do it anyway. Mm. So, yeah, again, message would be to my family and friends, if I knew or if we all knew that the world was going to end in a year, they want to spend time with me. If I don't have the time to spend time with them like that or like how they want me to spend time with them, mm-hmm. I'm just going to do what I got to do anyway because that's my mission.
Right. That's good.
I got to complete it.
That's good. No, I feel that. I definitely feel that because you feel incomplete if you don't.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at that one, my brother. Go save the world.
Thank you.
Thank you for all who answered the question of the week.
Most definitely. Thank y'all so much, man. We always appreciate it.
Thank you. So do you want to give them the question for this week?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give them the question for this week.
What they got?
So, since this episode is mostly about teaching, right, of the lessons that life can teach you or life should teach you and what you should learn from what life should teach you.
All right.
The question of the week this week is, if you had to teach something, what would you teach? If you were given the task by somebody, anybody of importance, right? Or just somebody you admire, somebody you respect. Like say, hey, I need you to go ahead and speak to this audience real quick. Don't know what you're going to say, but I know you're going to kill it because you're an influential person. Go ahead and speak to these people. What would you teach?
You got me thinking. Y'all will find my answer out next week.
That's a good one, right?
It is. Because I got to think about that one.
Me too. So y'all definitely will find my answer next week because y'all ain't getting it today.
Yeah, that's a good one. Huh? Okay, B. Well, you already know how to answer that one, y'all. Go right over to our Instagram page. They will be posted. You can go answer through our post. If you want to answer through a DM, we'll gladly receive your answers like that. Or if you want to email us at residualimpactpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can answer it right here on YouTube. But if you listen on Spotify or all of those other platforms, you got to go over to Instagram, stuff like that.
Hey, y'all could go to YouTube too. Just make sure while you're there, you subscribe, you click the notification bell so you never miss when we upload a new video. Ding. And then, of course, you drop a comment on this episode. Just any comment. You can say hello, how you guys doing? Greatly enjoyed the episode, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe, though. And, of course, if you're not already following us on Instagram, go ahead and follow us on Instagram because that's where you will get the most content from us.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Residual Impact Podcast on Instagram. Or you can follow our backup page, Residual Impact.
Yeah. And B, we can't leave without telling them, yo, we hit 40 subscribers.
40 subscribers.
40 subscribers, man.
We getting up there.
We are. We getting it's baby steps. But I mean, we gotta celebrate these wins, y'all.
We do.
Like this is major.
Yo,
we made it.
Now we're talking about 40 subscribers. Imagine when we hit 40,000.
I'm saying.
Imagine when we hit 400,000.
Because think about it. When we first started, bro, we just wanted maybe 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers. Like
anybody who would watch and listen.
Exactly. So now to have 40 people like that we call family that, that's listening, it's a blessing.
Most definitely. So we greatly appreciate it. And before we leave. Before we leave. We have been running a contest for the last 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Running this giveaway for the last 2 weeks, and we have chosen a winner.
Ding, ding,
all right,
ding.
I'm going to go ahead and insert the audio and the video right here so y'all can take a listen. It was completely randomized. If y'all don't believe us, y'all better go to YouTube and check this out. Shout out to every single person who has entered to take part in this giveaway. We greatly appreciate y'all.
Yes.
And congratulations to the winner.
Yes.
I will go ahead and get in contact with you, but Here we go. I'm gonna roll the footage, roll the audio, so y'all can listen and see who won. Mama. All right, y'all. We about to pick the winner, the first winner for the giveaway. This is just so y'all know it's completely random. 3 entries.
Shaking it up, y'all.
3 entries. Who we got?
Y'all ready?
We ready?
3, 2, 1. And the winner is...
Bruh.
We thought.
We thought. All right, it's running. Never mind. The winner is...
Okay.
And...
Oh, wait. Running.
Right. Oh, okay. I get what it's saying. It's putting it in 3. So the winner officially is Amber.
Okay.
She was the first one to be chosen. So Amber, congratulations. You are the winner of our first giveaway. And you will have lunch on us.
Congratulations, Amber.
We will be in contact with you.
Most definitely. All right, there you have it. So
Congratulations.
Congratulations. I will be in contact with you, and you will go ahead and receive lunch on us.
Yes. Thank you for entering. Thank you. This is only the first contest or giveaway of many.
Many?
Many. Oh, and they gonna get better too.
Oh.
They gonna get better.
Okay.
We got some up our sleeves.
Please do tell me, because I ain't know about any of this.
Come on, B. Look how much of a surprise it is. Watch, y'all. It's gonna be good.
Hey, I don't doubt it, man. You know, it's only up from here. We're just gonna continue growing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna continue to bless those of y'all who constantly tune into us and constantly support us, because we wouldn't be where we are today if it wasn't for y'all.
Yeah. So that's the residual impact. Think about that.
Yeah, it is.
For y'all showing us love, we want to show y'all love.
Most definitely.
Man, that's dope, man. That's a key.
That is a key.
Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Dog,
jingle,
I put in the sound effect. You ain't even do all of that.
I still gotta have. We're gonna when we get to the point we have our own board and stuff, we're gonna put that one in.
No.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
We're not.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to another great episode.
Episode 13.
13.
Please tune in next week for episode 14. We will be back.
We will.
And we cannot wait.
Yeah, man.
To talk about some more stuff.
Yeah. Because we ain't thought about it yet.
Yeah, we haven't. But we will. We will. And with that being said, Mike, what we going to leave the people with?
Where you are today is a residual outcome of the thoughts that you had in the past.
Just like that. And real quick, shout out to the podcast appearance that we were just on.
Ooh.
We were just on, right? I'm not gonna get into too much detail. We're gonna tell you once everything goes live. We're gonna say everything. But we were just featured on somebody else's podcast, and it is great. We are going places. We are moving on up.
So shout out to that person.
Thank you. Definitely shout out to that person. We will say the name. We will say the show and everything once the link is ready to be dropped. I got y'all covered. All right.
Can we say all the way from?
Go ahead.
All the way from Cali. Come on now. Yeah, we doing things in Cali, y'all. Come on, B.
So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it is.
Only way to go is up, man.
That's it.
Only up from here.
Let's do it, man.
That being said, catch y'all in the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.